Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to see what is in store for today, but before we do that, I'd like to ask you to please subscribe to my channel before you leave, and let's get started. So I broke a nail, so I have a band-aid on it. Just want to let you guys know that if you were questioning whenever I'm showing you stuff, what's going on. So as you see by the title of this video, I'm so excited that I'm going to be reviewing the Magic Star concealer and powder from Jeffree Star. I'm so excited. So these are the outer containers. So this is the concealer packaging. She cute. And then this is the powder packaging. Magic Star. So cute. I got the shade Rose in the powder, and I got the shade C1 in the concealer. So as you see right now, I have my foundation on and it's ready for me to put on concealer. So the actual component of the concealer, as you saw from the picture, is this. So stunning. Like, do you see the star on the top? That's so cute. This whole packaging is adorable. And yeah, so I'm really excited to try it out. So this is what the applicator looks like. It's got it's like a doe foot applicator with like a hole in the middle so it can hold more product. So let's just go in. I'm just gonna only put a little bit because that's normally what I do with my concealers anyway. I don't use too much. But the foundation that I have on is my favorite Holy Grail foundation, the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, and I'm the shade Fair 30. So now I'm just going to take my Morphe M173 and blend out this concealer. I feel like I may have added more on this side than this side. As you see, it's a lot more brighter under one of the eyes than the other. So I'm just going to, as you see, it does seem like it creases really fast. I will say that. It doesn't dry down like instantly. So I'm definitely going to have to buff out the creases more before I go in with powder. But I think for just a little bit more coverage, I'm going to add just like a pinch. And normally I don't add a lot more concealer. But maybe with his formula it's just supposed to be buildable because he probably tried to make it for everybody because, you know, some people like a really full coverage concealer and some people don't. I like it to conceal all my dark circles, so I definitely like a lot. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more and blend it out. So even applying more, my under eyes do look brighter, but I still feel like I see some of the darkness under my eyes, just like a little bit, nothing too crazy. Like I said, it does kind of fall into the creases a little bit, so it's just because it's still like kind of tacky, like it doesn't like instantly dry like some concealers do, but some people apply like a lot and like have a while before that's blended out, and sometimes it just sits on the skin before they get it blended out, but me, I'm put it on, blend it out real quick because I normally don't apply a lot. So that would be my only somewhat complaint so far. I mean, it's not like a bad complaint really, it's just more of a personal preference. The only thing I'm gonna have to do is blend it out again before I set it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Some concealers are just like that. What do you guys think? I don't know what it's looking like on camera, but in person, I feel like it looks okay. I don't have like a primer on or anything. I just have my foundation on. And the concealer, I kind of wanted to see how it reacted without. Of course, I'm going to do like a wear test and like keep trying it out and let you guys know. But first impressions, I feel like it looks pretty good so far. So here is the powder packaging. Very cute. It's a pretty star. So like I said, I got the shade Rose. So I don't know why, but for some reason on the inside, it's like there's powder already, but like the seal hasn't even been taken off yet. So I don't know if any of your guys' powders came like that if you purchased this, but like for some reason, even though my seal is still on, powder still kind of came out through it. Not really sure why, but I like that he put the peel off thing and made it like really easy, but this is what it looks like. And then whenever you twist it, you cover up the holes, and it's supposed to make it to where it doesn't get everywhere like it already is. So that sucks that it's already kind of like that, but I don't want to waste the powder by like wiping it off, so I'm just going to use what it already has out. And I'm just going to take my Sephora Pro Mini Flawless Airbrush brush and dip into the powder. And before I do that, I'm actually going to buff out the creases. You're not really supposed to pull on your lid, so do as I say, not as I do. I just want to make sure these creases are buffed out. They're actually not as bad as they were a minute ago, so I don't know what happened there. But maybe it dried down a little bit. But you don't want to set a crease because then it'll stay creased. So I'm going to put this under the eyes and set it. And then set the rest of the face. Oh, definitely got it in my eye. Ow. Don't keep your eyes open while you're setting, or your mouth like I'm talking right now. I shouldn't be like eating it. This does kind of have like a cotton candy scent to it, just letting you guys know. It's not like overbearing, it's just like for like a second and then it kind of like goes away, but I just figured I'd let you know if you don't like products with scent. Just be careful with that because this product does have a scent to it. Even though you shouldn't be breathing your powders in, I kind of just forget and like can't really hold my breath that long anyway, so just saying. So what's crazy is like I didn't use a pore filling primer, and I'm pretty sure one of the claims with this powder is that it would be pore filling, and I'm actually noticing that like in person. Like I kind of didn't want to wear a primer on purpose just to see if that would actually happen, but I wasn't sure how strong of a claim that it was. But I'm actually noticing a difference with the powder filling in my pores. Like it's not like, oh my gosh, crazy at the moment. Maybe it just takes a minute to soak into the skin, which I'm going to let it do, and then while I'm talking a little bit about how I feel right now, I'm just going to let it soak into the skin and kind of look at it, let everything settle in maybe for a minute or so, and then talk about it a little more. So while it's setting in, it suggests that you use a damp beauty sponge. I decided to use it with brushes because that's normally what I do off camera, or maybe even on camera in some videos. If I do end up liking this, I will use it with a damp beauty sponge, applying the powders and the concealer. But I wanted to do like my normal practice, which would be using brushes instead of sponges. So on the here, for like the pro tip that's on here, it says to use a sponge. So maybe I'll have to try that next time. I kind of wanted to do my normal routine just to see how it would react. Minus not using a primer. Normally I would use a primer, but I wanted to test the airbrush effect that or the blurring effect that the powder said it would give you. So I'm still letting it soak into the skin a minute. So I'm actually going to look up the actual claims that it says that it's supposed to do. So for the concealer, it's a high coverage liquid concealer, evens out skin tone. It says I can cover tattoos. It claims to have anti-aging properties to help reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Increased wear time and self-setting effect keeps it looking flawless for hours. So that's what the concealer claims to do. Let's see what the powder says. So for the setting powder, it's an ultra-fine and soft, luxurious formula that is infused with vitamin C and E with a special blend of silica that controls oil and keeps you looking flawless all day. Experience the airbrush Jeffree Star approved blurring effect. Pores? Question mark? Creasing? Who? Question mark. Can't relate. So, yeah. I wanted to test out the airbrushed blurring pores kind of thing with this. So now that it's been sitting on my face a couple minutes, I can tell you guys how I feel even more now that it's like kind of soaked into the skin. But first, the rose powder that I got was for fair to light skin tones with a pink undertone. I technically have like a cool undertone, but I googled like, and I have like rosacea, so like my face is red, but I googled like cool undertones, like what other undertones, cool undertones would fall under, and it said for me rose would be good for me, so that's why I got that powder. He doesn't have like undertones that are like quote normal undertones, like neutral. There is some that are neutral, cool, and warm, but some of them are like this with like pink undertones, or there's stuff for golden undertones, things like that. So some of them say that, but some of them are like different undertones. Like that's kind of what he was trying to do, was like add other undertones in there, like rose and things like that. So for the concealer, I got C1, which is for very light skin with rose undertones. So that's what I got. But he didn't technically have one for cool undertones, which is what I am. So I went with rose because it said that you can do that. But there is some for neutral. There's some for neutral. Olive is another undertone, golden, things like that, or like other undertones that people have that some companies don't have undertones in their products for that. So I think that's interesting. And also I thought it was cool that he had a green color corrector, which I thought about getting, but the concealer's $22, so that's kind of expensive, and I didn't want to buy two. I wanted to get the powder and a concealer, so the powder's also $22. So yeah, maybe in the future I could get the green concealer. I was showing you like as if you guys could see my screen. The green color corrector maybe possibly in the future, but as of right now I'm just going to stick with the concealer. And yeah, so I'm going to be wearing this for you today, and let's just look at the face. So I think my under eyes have creased like a little bit, but I have like a lot of like lines under my eyes, so it's really hard for concealer not to do that. But I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It looks pretty nice. And my face definitely looks blurred and nice. So far so good with the powder. I don't know how long wearing these products are. I'll try to remember to do a check-in. So I'm not sure how it's showing up on camera. I feel like maybe it doesn't look the same in person as it does on camera. So what do you guys think? Comment down below. So yeah, I'm gonna do a wear test on this and see how long it stays on. It's allegedly supposed to stay on for a long time and make your makeup stay on for a long time. I will definitely be trying this out a lot more, like with other foundations that I normally use, and applying it other ways. Like I said, it says on there to use a beauty sponge, and I used a brush because that's normally what I would do. But if with this product you're supposed to use a sponge, then I'll definitely try it that way also. But in this initial review, I wanted to do it the way I normally would, which is with a brush like I explained earlier. So far so good. Also wanted to say that I kind of was thinking about doing a full face of Jeffree Star Cosmetics makeup. Let me know if you guys would want to see something like that, like because I have the powder and concealer now. I would obviously have to put on a different foundation, but starting with that, then I have his lip products. I have some highlighters and lipsticks and things like that to use in the video too, so definitely let me know if you'd want to see something like that. So I kind of wanted to get in some natural lighting and show you guys what the face looked like. I literally just recorded, so it's only been on for like maybe 10 or 15 minutes. So what are you guys thinking? I'll try to do some more check-ins on the camera or maybe on my phone. So I'll try to keep you guys updated, but what do you think so far? Comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below and check the description box for more information about the video. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are at GlamGirlGray. See you next time.